Podcasts to grow with, the clarity is potent. Take a pause in the moment, breathe deep, let the soul lift. The podcasts to grow with, the clarity is potent.
Welcome to the Dynamic Pause podcast. This session I'm so excited about. We have with us today the doctor. The doctor's in the house, Dr. Milagros Thompson. I'm so excited for this conversation. If you don't know who she is yet, if you're in the Tacoma, Pierce County area, I don't know a ton about her story, so I'm sure there's more areas that I can touch, but that's where I know her from. But if you don't know, I'm going to tell you a little bit about her, and then I'm going to let her fly and tell us more. Dr. Thompson is a school counselor and educational leader dedicated to promoting equality, empowering students, and advocating for mental health. I love that. She holds a BA in sociology with a second major in women and ethnic studies. Come on, double major. A master's in counseling psychology and an EDD in educational leadership. Okay, come on. You know,
Too much schooling for what? But
don't
yeah,
even.
done.
But all of that to say, with all of that schooling, she has a deep commitment to culturally responsive and trauma-informed practices. Dr. Thompson brings academic insight and real-world experience to her work, supporting students and transforming school communities. Come on now. Now, I know that is, woo, we thank you. Like, can we just pause right there and say we thank you? Because more people dedicating themselves to that space would probably be the miracle we need right now in this country.
No, the education setting is not for the weak. I'm
No.
gonna just say that right now.
Yeah.
It's not. It would eat you up and spit you out between the students, the adults, the system, the institution.
Yeah.
It's not for the weak.
No.
Sure.
And I know we've talked a little bit about that in the past, but is there anything else you would like us to know about you today before we dive in? I'm going to ask you questions about your leadership journey and all of that. I mean, she's a mom, amazing mom. I've seen her in action. So yes, and I just found out she's a dog mom too. So throw that in there.
Fur mommy, yes. Yes. Never thought I would be one, but
Here we are.
I broke down and did it. And the best thing ever, like your dog just so happy to see you every day.
Every day.
My gosh. Best feeling.
I love that. So here we are. And we're going to talk about, I will want you to share with me a little bit about your leadership journey and maybe how you came to that, how that started to take framework for you, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Right now? Okay. It's one of those things I guess I only speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for all, but when you think of yourself as a leader, it's like, am I really? But then you think back like, I think I am though. So, I mean, I've always worked with kids. So in that form, leader in terms of like age differentiation, of course, but like leadership in terms of being a role model, I don't see myself as that, but I've had several people that say they thank me for what I do, or I had kids say they want to be school counselors now, or I have parents say, if it wasn't for you, my kid wouldn't have made it, like different things like that. So it puts couple notches on my belt a little bit, but it's hard for me to see myself as a leader, but I'm trying to live in that purpose. And then just getting done with my doctorate in educational leadership, just learning what type of leader I want to be, as well as what type of leader I don't want to be.
Oh, that's so good.
Finding that space with that balance is where I'm at right now. And it's harder than you think.
Yeah, oh, for sure. What drew you to this work that you're doing now? What kind of led you down that path?
Yeah. So multiple layers. I mean, I always wanted to be a school counselor.
Okay.
I was one of those kids that had a big family, but you still feel alone. If that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. And
Yeah.
so, always said I wanted to be that person that I didn't have that I can talk to about anything.
Wow.
Yes, yes, my family always said you can talk to me.
Uh-huh.
But those nonverbal speak volumes. My mother would give you a look, and it's like, well, not today.
Not today.
Or, or what I just said, just really not sitting with her. Well, I'm gonna change the subject. So I
Sure.
always felt like, I want to be that person that young people can just say whatever, and I have
Yeah.
no, like you can come to me, a
They
safe
know
place.
you.
And so
Yes. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's always been the passion. So counseling was always, I just wasn't sure if I wanted it to do, the therapy setting with the couch, or did I want to be in the school, or did I didn't know what setting I wanted to be, but then I had my son. And the work before that, I was a social worker working odd hours late in people's
Okay.
houses. And when I had my son, I'm like, I can't be in these people's houses at 8, 9 o'clock at night. I can't be,
Right.
I need a schedule. And
Okay.
so I just said the school setting is just where it's at. I'm off at a certain
Okay.
time. I have the summers off, I have breaks. And so my son actually led me into the path of education. I
Okay.
always knew the path of mental health and counseling was it for me, because I love
Mm-hmm.
to listen, I love to support, I love to give feedback if they want it, right?
Sure.
Um, but the education was my son. And then in
Wow.
terms of going back, um, one of my mentors is like, you've seen too much to step away. So
Mm.
what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna pull up a
Ooh.
chair to the table, or you're gonna keep complaining? And
Ooh.
I was like,
Okay.
all right, let me go get that folding chair. Let me sit at the table. They're not gonna make too much room for me. I might have to squeeze in there.
That is
Um, and so I
the
went back for that.
okay.
Mostly, I need that piece of paper, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. And I was gonna
Mm,
say my next question was kind of in that arena a little bit because, as a woman of color in educational leadership, you're navigating a lot of high stakes stuff, you know what I mean, decisions, and oftentimes the other leaders in the room don't look like you, right?
mhm,
So,
mhm,
how has your identity shaped your approach to leadership and how do you manage the additional
right,
pressures that come along with
right.
representation?
Whew. That is
Yeah.
a heavy, heavy question. And it's something literally that I deal with on a daily basis. Some days I deal with it great.
Okay.
I have my music on while I'm driving there. Got my I'm a bad woman. I got this. And then some days I leave crying.
In
I'm not even
tears.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
Um, the system can beat you up.
Yeah.
These leaders that don't look like you
Mhm.
can really beat you up in so many microaggressions that it turns into macro aggressions.
Because of the
You can
sheer
only
volume.
get,
Yeah.
yes,
Hmm.
the volume, the slide, the slickness, the little things that have you questioning yourself. Like imposter syndrome is a real thing. And
Right.
it's like, did she just say that? Would she
Right.
have said that if I was a different race? Like,
Oof.
you question yourself all the time,
Hmm.
as well as how far do I want to push it?
Right.
Do I just let it slide? Do
Hmm.
I address it? Do I not address it? And for me, being a single mom, the only breadwinner, I need a job, and I need this job. And with the lifestyle that I have, I bought a home a couple years ago. I mean,
Okay.
it's one of those things of like, because I've seen it. I've seen people get blackballed. I've seen some
Yeah.
people really get pushed out of education.
Wow.
And it's hard to have a target on your back.
Hmm.
I mean, inevitably, I have it because of who
But
I am and when I walk into the
sure,
room. But
sure.
one of those, I always have to battle in my brain of, do I address this or don't I not address it?
Right.
I have a
Right.
couple of mentors that say address it every time. And then I have a few that are like, can you go home and be all right? Then go home and be all right.
Yes.
So it's
Okay.
tough.
It is
It's really a
hard.
tough. And I'm really trying to, it's just a fine balance. I'm trying to find the equation that's going to work for me. because I
Mm-hmm.
know so much. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen so much. I've felt so much
Yeah.
that it's like I'm not going away, but what crack can I slid into? I keep telling myself my time is coming. I'm gonna see it. Someone's gonna see me. They're gonna be like, "Come on over."
Yeah.
And I've made some networks. I've connected with some folks. My name is in people's mouths in a good
Okay.
way, and so I have hope.
That's that's what I'm talking about. So when you talked about that, it made me actually think of that first pillar that we have with the dynamic pause, and that pause to breathe, because it really is a time
Mm,
of trying to create space. And
yeah.
in creating that little space, there's a moment of reflection if we allow it, right? Sometimes the sheer volume of what we're dealing with, whether it's one job or as in, I mean, we didn't even get into your extracurriculars of all the amazing things that you do. So, whether it's one job or all the things, sometimes we're going so hard and
Yeah.
so fast that we may not always allow that real intentional time to pause, to breathe and catch ourselves. So how do you create space for reflection and self-care?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
what does pausing look like when you feel you can't afford to slow down?
Right. Well, I'm not great at it.
Okay.
But I when I get to a certain point though, I do reach out.
Okay.
There's a few Black educators, I call them my mentors, that I call and say, it's like a 911 call, like I need a minute. And they
Mm-hmm.
just let me, sorry, my dog, I don't know if you can hear my dog squeezing. They just let me vent.
Okay.
And then they validate my feelings, like that wasn't okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I was you, I would do this,
Mm-hmm.
and then I evaluate, am I gonna do that or not? I don't take their advice all the time
Sure.
because my situation is mine's and I
Mm-hmm.
have to, once again, it's me walking into it, not them.
Yeah, I
And
know that's
so
right.
and a lot of them have a lot more decades of experience in this system than I do. And so
Right.
I take what they say though,
Mm-hmm.
um full-heartedly, and like, can I do that? Can I be okay with that? Am I okay with the risk of that? Am I okay with what that might look like I
Mm-hmm.
literally process all these questions all the time,
That's so good. I was gonna
and
ask you
it's
that. Yeah.
exhausting.
It
It's really exhausting,
yeah. And I would
and it's
imagine,
emotional.
yes, that's what I was gonna ask you about. Like what are, you know, since you've been in this system for a while now, and also you've elevated from within, as you know, so
Hmm.
you've been able to kind of probably look back and see these moments of like, oh, there, oh, here we are, we're way up here now.
Yeah.
But along the way, would you say that you've learned any tips for yourself, like something's coming, or hey, let me prepare myself for XYZ because I feel I'm not ready to hear nothing today. You know what I'm saying? Or this week or this month. We have a life outside of where we go to work every day, but just curious about
Hmm.
if you have any kind of meter or radar now that's kind of in place.
I do, like, my nervous system goes on 100, and
Mm-hmm.
I literally have to check myself.
Okay.
I have learned that my office is my office,
Okay.
and so if I need to close my door, I close my door.
Wonderful.
Um, I've learned documentation is everything.
Okay.
You write it down in a sticky, make a note of it to yourself, email yourself, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just recap, you
Yeah.
know, per our conversation, just making sure you said this and
That
I
this is,
agreed to this
yes.
or whatever.
Yes.
And that throws them for a loop as well. I've done that recently, and they're like,
Yeah.
"What is this recap?" And I'm like, "Just
That's
recapping what
called
you said that you
effective
were gonna do."
communication.
Right. But, they're just like, "This is new." Like, I'm trying something out this year. Just recapping what we talked about. Um, but you always have to just, it's just like, man, like literally, like that right there's a Michael. Like, why are you questioning me about a recap? Like,
Right.
it's accurate, right? Like, if it's not accurate, let me know. But if it's what you said, what is the
What's the
problem?
problem?
Right?
It's your words.
Uh,
Oh my goodness. Because
so it's really hard.
they're flippant sometimes, people in general, but they're flippant sometimes with how their reactions are and what their responses are because they're used to it only being about that moment, right? And then in that moment, that's it. They said what they said, but you put it in writing, and then all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute.
Right. Exactly. What? What? Wait. Oh, this is weird. Yeah. It's just facts.
Like, how's that
Like
coming across?
so it's man, it's sometimes it's comical, but
Yeah.
it's the reality, and it's
Mm-hmm.
what happens. It burns the retention of Black educators.
Mm.
We're out of there. This
Right.
is just too much. Like, you
Yeah.
mad because I recapped something? Like, those are the things people are like, I don't got time for that.
Yeah.
I can go do a job helping kids somewhere else. Like, I
Yeah.
don't have to
Yeah.
be in this space for
Mm-hmm.
this. And
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I get
Yeah.
that strongly. Real quick, my dissertation was on the racial trauma of Black and Latinx school counselors and the retention and recruitment of that population. And so
What?
I interviewed, yes,
Wow.
over a dozen Black and Latinx school counselors, and each of them just had story after story after story where they are dismissed,
Wow.
unappreciated, felt unwanted, and they show up every day just
Wow.
smiling. I'm here. Yep, you knocked me down yesterday. I'm here again today. And it's like
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
crazy. I don't know what other people would just keep popping back up
Yeah.
decades later of microaggressions or someone mispronunciating or someone throwing a side racist comment, or
Yeah.
it's just like this is what our kids see, our
Mm.
kids feel.
Wow.
And if it wasn't for me showing up, like, what keeps me going? Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of times I'm like
Yeah, I'm
I can
out.
go find a job
Yeah.
somewhere else. But to see these babies, this Black little girl, kindergarten, hi, Dr. Thompson, I'm just
Oh,
like,
oh,
oh, just
yes.
melts me.
Yes. And I
Just
know for
melts
a
me.
fact, if I would have seen that, like the journey that I'm on, I'm grateful for, don't get me wrong. I just did things so much later, and not that I'm poo-pooing that because I'm here, you know what I'm saying? But the journey
Yeah.
that I'm on and knowing who I am and how much I want to soak up things, if I would have had a Dr. Thompson in my life, that I saw doing the thing, I would have been like, oh my God. I would have broken through those barriers
Yes.
a lot sooner, the mental barriers, the inside. And so,
I
yeah,
got
I thank you for that. I mean, and even in that, we believe by doing this dynamic pause thing, sometimes people do come out of that switching occupations or switching how they do what they want to do. It's like getting
you.
this clearer uh, vision for how you can do what you want to do and save your nervous system.
That part.
Because we have learned so much about that whole component. When we talk about self-care, it's about something that's going on inside of us. Like, do we
Yeah.
care enough about ourselves
Right.
to create these spaces or put ourselves in these spaces that are going to protect us as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of this next question I had, and I don't even know if I'll ask it, but I'll just bring it up. This whole the superwoman complex, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a woman thing, but it's definitely a woman of color thing, to where
Oh
we
yeah.
have to be perfect, and
Mm-hmm.
we automatically work harder, do more, da 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 da, because we've learned at a very young age that that's what we have to do in order just to even get to the base level of what somebody else that doesn't look like us has to
Mm-hmm.
do. And so to get to the point where you are in your life and to have a doctorate and somebody says, what's this recap? And that's the most elemental thing you can do, like, is to recap a conversation. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so without words, there's a challenge, right? Um,
Right.
and so let me see if I
That
have a
slowly is killing us. That
right.
superwoman
The
syndrome, it is killing us
superwoman. And
slowly.
oh my gosh. And I felt like I have had in my personal pause, there were things happening in my body that I didn't recognize, but then it was like, I need to see this specialist, I need to see that specialist, and thank God it was coming down to no, you're good, nope, but I took that as a warning sign, like, okay, my body is telling me enough is enough, like whatever it is that you think you're doing, you need to do it differently,
Hmm.
do it differently or carry it differently if possible.
Right.
And
Right.
taking that step back and actually even reevaluating what does self-care look like for myself, and what came to the top for me during my pause was one, girl, you bad. What's wrong with you? How come you living like this? Like I would never have said that before. But then also some things that I was like, really like, oh God, I want to throw up. That's so why? Like
Mhm.
kind of a thing. But we all have those kinds of things in our lives.
Of
But
course.
for me, that was it. And just kind of gaining that clarity to name those things so that I can move on to what turned out to be this next phase of negotiating, pausing to negotiate with myself or ourselves. Because sometimes, and you could tell me if this resonates with you, we discover something, we see it, we can even
Mhm.
name it, but we're not necessarily intentional about what we're going to do with it, right? We don't.
Especially if it relates to ourselves.
Yes.
If it relates to our kids,
Right.
best friend,
Oh, 100%.
somebody, we got that. We're on
Yeah.
it. We'll fix that. But when maybe I only speak for myself. When it comes to me,
Uh-huh.
I'll eventually get to that. And
Right.
before you know, 6 months went by and I ain't done it yet. So it's we got to change that narrative though. Like we have to change
Mm-hmm.
it. We are dropping like
I
flies. And
know.
everyone's just like, oh, cardiac arrest. And like it could be, but it also could just be the stress,
The
the
stress of how
nervous
much we
system.
carry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
think,
mental, like I tell
mm-hmm.
you, I literally ask myself 20 questions before I even enter my building. Okay, this, that, what I'm gonna do. Okay, how I'm gonna do. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like entering
But I have to
into,
prepare
yeah, yes,
myself.
I was just gonna say you have to prepare yourself. It may not be like an outward battle, but it's definitely a battle within. Because you said something a few times today that I would love for you to kind of expound for me if you can on the negotiation piece. You said, I know so much now. There's so much that I know.
Mm,
So
mm,
what is it about that knowing that
right.
you're negotiating with about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a tough one because I could say in the realm of education, I know so much in terms of I'm seeing what leaders are doing. I'm seeing things are taken away, things are adding,
Mm.
the layers are putting on educators in a 7 hour day. Like we
Wow.
literally have 7.5 hours. That's
That's
it.
it.
And you are putting on so many, not adding behavior,
Wow.
parents that come in here while kids
Yes.
that are hungry, kids that are
Yeah.
peeing on themselves. I mean, there's so many
Yeah.
things, but teach that math curriculum. Okay. Like
Right.
that's a
Right.
teacher,
Yeah.
right? So the fact that I know so much to just walk away and to know that I have a child in the system, that's the other
Oh,
kicker for me.
oh,
My
oh,
son's in the system. I have my own little
yeah.
little part piece in there. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
just I need to know the new acronym. I need to know fancy terms for what's that. That's another thing for me too of like I'm saying in this system if I want to or not because I need to know what's up.
You want to know your
There's so
son's
many
taken care of.
pieces that
Yeah.
they don't tell parents.
Wow.
And it just boggles me. Like knowing that it's like, I gotta stay in here. I have a lot of my brown and black parents that come to me like, so what's really the deal? I'm like, how much
Wow.
time you got? Close the door. Like, you just gotta
Mm-hmm.
know.
And
Um,
wow, that I never thought of that from that perspective. And that is amazing that you are thinking of that as you show up
yeah,
to, you know what
I
I'm
I
saying?
would
Just
be
that safe
lost.
space of being able to come in and say, can you just cut through it for me. Yeah.
Absolutely. I definitely try to lead every day, have these kids have dignity. I
Hmm.
try to memorize as many names as possible. I try to acknowledge they get their hair did, new shoes, whatever. I try to acknowledge that because I didn't have that.
Yeah.
Um, my first name is Milagros,
Uh-huh.
and you know the teachers cared to try to
To
pronounce
get
that
it
correctly,
right. Yeah. Yeah. Get it
just
right.
down to M.
Yeah.
That I went for years with my middle name. My middle name is very Caucasian. It's
Okay.
Kimberly. And I went for years with that.
Oh, just because you were tired of
Years.
hearing them mess it up.
I was tired of people not caring what my first name was.
Wow.
And the fact that just like you, just kind of with age and experience, it's like, no, my name is this.
Yes.
It's three me la gross. Not that hard. You got it. It's okay,
Yes.
but it's just the how they try to minimize you, even to
Right.
just your name. It's like,
Hmm.
no, that's not her name.
Right.
And
Right.
I tell kids every day, if I say it wrong, just correct me
Correct
again.
me.
I'm gonna learn it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna learn it. Just
Yes.
correct me again. It's not because I don't want to learn it, baby girl. There's a couple of
Right.
syllables I'm trying to get in there, but I want to learn it.
I want to get it
But
right.
just
You're that important to me. Yeah.
yeah.
You
But
deserve
it
to hear
takes
your
time.
name.
It
Yeah.
takes experience, unfortunately, because this world is just yeah,
Mm.
it's tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough. But what has put some more notches on my belt is when I do speak, I have I have quite a few people that listen. And
Good.
that surprises me sometimes because I have people like text me like, "Thank you for saying that. I was thinking that." And I'm like, "Well, why didn't you say it?" But they're waiting for me to say it, right? But it's been good. It's been, there's always a balance.
Yeah.
There's always a balance. But going back to your original question about the pause,
Hmm.
I've had some experiences where I didn't have a choice. I had to pause.
Sure.
And then coming from that, I remind myself of that experience of like, you don't want to go back there.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back there. That wasn't a good space.
Hmm.
And so I try, I'm in counseling.
Yeah.
Like I said, I reach out to my mentors when I'm into a certain point because I know they understand. They're in the system as well.
Hmm.
Um, and then I journal.
Yes.
Um, and then sometime, honestly, time.
Yeah.
Time really just kind of eases my pain a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like
And it sucks in
summer
that in
and
between time.
yeah.
It sucks in that in between time, but time can just, or even just like if I had a really stressful situation on Monday, by Friday,
You
it's a
usually
little
good.
different.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
And being okay with myself of, I'm not going to do anything about it today. I'm going to see how I feel about it tomorrow.
Oh, I love that.
And I have to tell myself that because
Hmm.
my nervous system is in reaction. I'm in a
Okay.
fight mode already. Like, I
Okay.
know you didn't just do that, but I have to like go home, be with
Yeah.
my loved ones, see
Hmm.
how I feel the next day. And if
Yeah.
I'm still at 100, then I know I have to
You have
address
to
it. And
figure
I've
it out.
addressed it a few times. Um, and it's been, I mean, I'm gonna say they received it like, oh, thank you, God, for telling me, but
Sure.
they received it.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with however they process it. That's their process. But
Hmm.
I had to
Yes,
tell
you
you.
got it. You got, and I think that that's part of the whole journey of all of this with women leaders and women of color who are leading is that people aren't used to our voices in
Mhm.
receiving it in a way that it's not the trope, right? Of the
Mhm.
angry
Mhm.
black woman.
Mhm.
Like, and so I
Mhm.
can remember like during COVID and all that stuff, and the situation that I was in and the leaders that I was working with, they were great. But some people we were working with were not, okay, in a hard way. And just it was just gross. But anyway, I can remember in those times me sharing with them and I can't even express myself like I really want to because then they're going to just blow it off because it's just, she's the angry black woman. Well, guess what? I am angry and
Yeah.
I have the right to be angry at this
Mhm.
point.
Mhm.
but I still am an educated person. I still know how to hold myself together, and and even in my anger express myself better than most people in this space. Hello. And so it's that double you know it's that double thing. But I love what you said there about asking yourself or allowing yourself that time to sit with it for a minute and decide if it's something that you want to go and readdress, because I think we can feel like we're fighting the world. And that goes back to the superwoman thing, right? Because we feel like it's our job to make sure that they understand that, like not only for ourselves, but for everyone that looks like us. Or sometimes it's just like you said, is hearing ourselves defend ourselves, advocate for ourselves, because we have to bite it so many times. Like it's just so many times of having to. But the cool thing about the pause is you do get more clarity, because a lot of that stuff that we want to react to initially may not serve us or them like we really want it to, like from the depths of where it's coming. So that pause and gaining that clarity is huge. And actually sitting with yourself with it and saying like, right, well, how much of this really is an identity thing for me? Or if this is just something that irritated me? Because sometimes we could just hear something that's just irritating, but it doesn't mean that we're really, like taking it in as an identity.
And how much is really their reaction with their nervous system?
100%.
So, I triggered something up in you.
Yes.
That got nothing to do with me.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
You should process why you're reacting that way to me. All I said was, one or two things, but you jumping down on me like I said something crazy.
Yeah.
So two is I do a lot of talking to myself. Actually, I'm like, that sounds like a
that's a them problem. Yeah,
I'm gonna let it sit for 24 hours and see,
Sure.
And some resolve itself fine, and some I wish I would have said something.
Yeah.
Sometimes, it's just I never know what dice when I roll it, what I'm gonna get sometimes, and so some things I kick myself like, oh, you had that opportunity, you should have said it. And then other times I do get my opportunity and I do say it. And so I just take it with the wins, and
I think that's real life, honestly.
Yeah.
That's more real of the ebb and flow of life. You know what I'm saying? Living on the grandstand is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And typically there does come some sort of platform or whatever that gives you the freedom to live like that. Because like you said, not everybody can do that. Like not everybody can afford to have income not coming in, or being blackballed in an industry in the area where you live, or whatever the case may be. Not everybody can do that. And even if you can do it, doesn't mean you can do it now. You know what I'm saying? You got stuff going on you're trying to do. And honestly, in this conversation, even tonight, it is about your son, but you've expressed a deep sense of caring for the kids and the families that you are engaging with. And so they actually play a part in this as well. And it's just about you getting a chance to take care of yourself and prioritize yourself through it. And then if it still is one of those things where it's trying to take you out, then you listen. Go to the drawing board. If it's a faith thing, you get in that prayer closet, whatever it is.
And that's why you have a union. You have a union for a reason.
Okay, there you see what I'm saying?
Too, about leadership, like we know there's a difference between leadership and management. Not managing. I just want to lead people. I want to show people what you can and can't. Like show people what. Yeah, lead with purpose. Be intentional. Management. I'm not real big on like micromanaging people. Like you have to trust people.
Sure. Yeah. You put the vision out there
until they do something that's like faulty. Then everyone has their way of maneuvering, and I don't know. I think we're all different. I think that's the beauty of this world, is that we're all different. So when people are managing folks, so like no, do it this way to this way. It's like you just took out of who they are.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do something very different than the other school counselor.
Right.
And I have people all the time like, I had someone just recently, can I be your intern? And I said, well, I just want to let you know Dr. Thompson don't do things the way he's supposed to. So I don't know if you
Okay.
want to learn from me.
Sure. Sure. That's
Maneuver
funny.
and shake the way I do. But I mean, I'll tell you the basics, but
Right.
don't be
Well, I
like, well, Dr.
mean,
Thompson said.
that makes me think about while you were saying that, it made me think about culture because in when it's what is the culture that's being created, right? So
That part.
if you don't have access to spearhead the culture, you have access to affect the culture by how you
Mm,
show up, right? If even if on paper the system is trash, if enough people come in and show up and take ownership to affect the culture in the opposite direction or in a more positive direction, it won't matter what's on the paper because you guys have created this culture
right.
together. So in that regard, do your thing. And then
Hmm.
it's from a management perspective, even when people come to you within the system, you can
Hmm.
manage the situation in the way that
Right.
you want to see culture affected. And if they're
Hmm.
on your team, if you actually, I don't know that that's your how they set it up for counselors, but if there were people on your team, you could surely have internal expectations.
Right.
This is how we're going to respect one another. This is how we're going to see one another. And
Absolutely.
people see that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's like some of that is caught and some of it's caught in a hard way because people are pushing back. But eventually, if
Hmm.
you can turn the tide and have more people operating like that, then you can ask yourself 5 questions before going into the building instead of 20.
It's all about understanding, people wanting to understand. I feel like you
Yes.
have to lead with curiosity. People are
Uh-huh.
leading with judgment all the time. It's like, no, just
Mm-hmm.
lead with curiosity. Ask the questions.
So
Why did
good.
you do it that way? Why did that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
why did that kid respond to Dr. Thompson that way and not respond like that to me? Not
Sure.
what did Dr. Like, why did it got to be a bad
It's
thing?
a
Like, that's what I get a lot too. It's just like,
wow.
yeah, kids respond to me differently because they know what it is.
Yeah, and you're seeing
And
them differently and you're
and it,
interacting with them
yeah.
differently. Yeah, kids know
And it
when they're
doesn't have to be
seen.
seen as a bad thing.
Right. Right. You
But
can
you're
come
not
in and
leading with curiosity. You're
no
leading with judgment. You're
judgment. Like,
leading
what did you
with
do? What did you
your
say? What do
own
you
personal, yeah, your own personal whatever you got
Yeah.
going on. Yeah.
Yeah. I like to
It's the
think that
part that
everybody that goes into education actually likes kids, but we know that's not true. We know that's not true. So there's some hard hills to climb. Like you're trying to, not you, people are trying to show up in space in an occupation when you don't like the recipient of what you do. Like if you
yeah.
don't like the recipient of the whole reason you
It's
show up every day, then
the gig has its perks, and some
right.
people know the perks very well. And
Gotcha.
so, I mean, it is what it is. Every job has its thing. It's just I just feel like system of education, this is the place where kids can't learn, make mistakes. Why are we here?
Right. Right.
Have them make mistakes, have them try something different,
In
have
this
them
safe
figure it out. It's
environment.
just like
Yeah.
it's just so much construct and this way and that way and sit down and stand up. It's like
And then we
it's
wonder why they won't
crazy
think
to
for
me.
themselves and they don't learn how
That
to
graduate without
manage
reading and don't know how to
conflict.
read and write.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
it's sad. It's like just it becomes so behavioral, but even the behavioral standards that you're shooting for are so base level that they're not ready for the
Yeah.
world when they get
The
out there.
expectations are
Yeah,
low
they're
for
very,
many. And
mm-hmm.
behavior means something.
It does.
People behave because of something. Let's figure out
Yes.
the why.
It's so true. And there are little leaders out there ready to come up and do the next thing. And, I was just talking or last week about this topic about leadership development and how much of it is so behavioral. Like it's
Hmm.
how you interact with people and how you interact with tasks. But there's behaviors behind both of those things, right? So
Oh
if we're
yeah.
not learning behavioral
Hmm.
things, but directing it in a way and putting it where it goes for their
Right.
success, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? And
Yeah.
I love that you said, let them make mistakes. I talk about that all the time about, especially with kids, like let them make the mistakes where in their safe
Hmm.
spot. because they're going to make them
Absolutely.
anyways when they get out there. And then when, if they don't know how to deal with whatever emotions come up when they make that mistake, talk themselves, up onto the platform again, if that they fell off,
Mhm.
whatever it is, or a redirection.
Right.
But if they don't know how to do that, they really just believe like it's the end of the world. What's the hope part disappears. And without
Mhm.
hope, we get destruction and apathy
Oh yeah,
and
but these
right.
I tell a lot of our black and brown boys, if you do this outside of these four walls,
Hmm.
you will end up in jail.
And that's horrible. It's horrible.
Period.
Yeah. I'm glad they
Like,
need to
don't,
hear
what
it.
you doing up in here? Why are
Yeah.
you acting like that in here? Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. They need to hear that.
You can't do this outside of here. You
Mm-mm.
cannot. I'm telling you, it will not work.
It's
She
just,
said stop, she meant
she
stop.
messed
Like,
up.
why are
Like,
you still messing with her? Oh, I've had so many conversations with our black boys. Like, this
yeah.
this white girl said stop. What would happen if this was outside of this school? He's like,
Yes.
oh, I don't know, maybe in jail. Yeah, because she said stop.
Yeah.
I don't
She
care that
really
you're playing.
did. You
She
have
said
to
stop.
stop.
Everybody heard it. You can't messing with her.
Yeah.
You didn't listen.
You didn't.
Now here we're gonna give you the little. It's okay. No, this is not okay. It's not.
No. You gotta learn it real quick. Quick.
Man, these people
It,
be looking at me like, did she just talk to him the way I did? And I'll tell his mama when she come up here too that I said it. Cause
right.
no,
No, and
no,
that's looking out for his well-being too, and others, but for his well-being, so you don't get those reps in. You just building up those reps of doing
it's
it the
killing
wrong
me.
way,
It's
right?
killing me. These
Yeah,
whole slap on the finger because it's okay. He
that's
didn't
not
know. He
how.
know it's not okay.
Yeah,
It's just not.
I
And I be
love
looking at
it.
my own son like, don't don't play over here.
That is
Someone said to stop,
so
you stop.
funny. There are some things that we just really need to embed in our kids just for their sake and
Yeah,
ours.
that part.
So
Times
here's
are different. I
it
get it.
is. It is different. And they need more layers. I mean, if we've got parents that may now need to be working 5, 6 jobs in order to buy these little eggs and milk and bread,
It's
these
tough.
kids need some help and to be able to see some things somewhere else as well,
Hmm. Hmm.
With that in mind, I'm thinking of innovation. And I was going to ask you about a space where you've saw something innovative, but you mentioned the babies, and it made me think of the mentorship piece of things, like this mentorship
Hmm.
legacy, because I've seen you in action in some other parts of your life where it comes
Hmm.
to young women and helping them just like explode in their confidence and in, walking with this sense of like, yeah, I know who I am and I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
developing that voice and having that voice at such a young age. So I have on here, it says, looking at the young women and girls of color you've impacted, how do you see them applying the principles of pause in their own lives? And what do you hope they internalize about their own power and potential?
Oh yeah. So I am part of an organization called Community Aunties. We do the Miss Juneteenth pageant
Hmm.
in Pierce County. So this is going to be our this coming June in 2026 to be our fourth year doing it. And
Awesome.
so it's me and a group of, I'm not the owner, I'm not the
Yeah.
CEO,
Yeah.
Amanda Scott Thomas is,
Hmm.
but me and a group of Black women in the community, we're called aunties. And
Yeah.
so um, we just really mentor and upbring these young women. They have to be um, eighth grade to junior.
Okay.
Um, and we crown them, and then throughout the year, they come to different events and different things we bring them to. Our queen last year is actually going to do Miss Washington pageant, I think, coming up here.
Really? Oh, how
No, it's Miss
exciting.
America. She's doing Miss America pageant, actually. So
Wow.
that's a huge thing. So yeah, we're
Yes.
just these young women are just incredible. It's so funny. They come so timid and shy at the beginning. And then with our like 6, 7 weeks, just meeting them every week, I'm the I'm like the mental health auntie. We have an auntie that's the glam auntie. She's just all
Okay.
about makeup. We have another
Sure.
auntie who was actually a pageant winner before, so she talks to them about poise and their community service initiative. So we just have, everyone has their own part.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually started off with the brain teaser, the icebreaker,
Yeah.
just them getting to know each other and just loosening up a little bit. And so just watching them come so shy, and then at the end of the 7, 8 weeks, they're just like friends, and they just hang out outside of us, and it's just so cool to watch. But them putting on gowns, like beautiful
Oh
gowns, we have
yeah.
people do their makeup, do
Oh
their
my
hair,
goodness. I
they
love
have to
it.
do with talent, and um watching them come in like, I don't have a talent, to the end they're like dancing or singing. And we had one last year who played, I think, the cello. Like, that's
Oh, how
just,
cool. I
it's
love
just so,
it.
it's just so amazing. I love pulling from the inside of these young ladies who just
Hmm.
think they're just the normal, I'm just a junior at my school, to end up winning Miss Juneteenth. Like, that's just
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
And you
And
just
then
see
even
them
the
light up.
competition and
Hmm.
the camaraderie that they build with each other too, during that time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. We've had success the last 3 years. No one was just like, I'm so angry, like pulling, like,
Sure.
the crazy stuff you see on TV. Like, they're
Yeah.
literally embracing and hugging
Oh,
the winner. Like, it's not even like no real hate. There's like, so your question was just like instilling in them. How do I forgot the
yeah.
last part of
It
your
that's
question. I'm
okay.
sorry.
It
I got
I got
excited thinking
excited
about the
too. And
girls. Like,
listen, me too.
so
I was
cool. It's so cool.
I was saying, what do you hope they internalize about their own power and potential?
Yeah. That they can be anything they want to be. Literally anything they want, they can do it.
Yeah.
Also, just the sense of community. Like, we have them call us aunties because we're your aunties. So
Yes.
you need something, they call an auntie. I had to, and we all get assigned a girl.
Okay.
And I remember this past year, the one I had, she would just text me like, you know, we can't afford my
Hmm.
dress, or I can't afford a pair of shoes. Like, I need some help. I'm like, what size? And she wore the same size I wore. So
Oh
the next time we met, I
wow.
brought 4 pairs of heels for her. Here
Oh,
you
I
go. It's just
love
like, oh,
it.
oh my gosh, we the day of the pageant, we all have fanny packs with like the blotches and the
Yes.
makeup and the
Yes.
safety pins and whatever. It's like, whatever you need, whatever falls down, we got it. The day of, don't even
Oh,
trip. Like,
yeah.
it's really letting them know that you have community.
Yeah.
You have community.
I love that.
Um, and they always say, a lot of them always say at the end, it's like, I just so appreciative of these new aunties that I have. Like, I feel
Hmm.
like I can call you guys on anything, and you can. And a
Right.
lot of them, when they know that I'm a school counselor or I work in the schools, they're like, oh, so you know so and so, or can you help me talk to my counselor? And I'm like, yep,
Right.
bet and bet. Like, it's just,
I like that. And that's another
I didn't
opportunity for
have
them to
that.
see you.
I didn't have that in
Yeah.
high school, you know?
Hmm.
Um, and so for them to just feel like, if I can't turn to my parent or someone in my family, I have this community that's
Hmm.
right here.
So
If you need
beautiful.
something, we're here. Like, every time, like, we always have some that graduated already, so we'll show up to their graduation or their prom, not their
Yeah.
prom. Well, one, we showed invited us to like the prom send off. So we're
Okay.
just like continuously being in their
That
lives.
is special to get invited to the
And that's
prom
what
send
I,
off. Yeah.
yeah, and that's what I want for these girls, just to know that I just think community is huge. Because right
Hmm.
now in this world, you look left and look right, something's always going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. And it's every man for themselves. The theme is being taught like, you look out for number one, but really we need to
Yeah.
be considering one another and living our lives for one another, which is what I love about what you've been talking about, how you're even navigating the challenges that you have in order to still keep yourself present in a space that you feel
Mm,
passionate about. And again, it doesn't mean that you don't have that flexibility and freedom, but that's something
yeah.
that these girls, if they're getting to know you, or that your son is watching you do as well, when
Mm,
he's more of a
mm-hmm,
direct, recipient of your bad
mm-hmm.
days and your good days or whatever. And so that's
That
telling a
poor baby.
message. I know that's
He gets
telling
it all. He gets it all, girl. He be like,
he's
Mom.
like, Mom,
Like, I know. I'm
But
sorry. I'm
but the
sorry.
thing you could do is for him is that whole sharing the whole story, right? Sharing why and letting them see the inner struggle, because anything
Yes.
that we allow ourselves to struggle with that much better be something that we care about, right? So if they can come and walk away from that and see how much you care, that's beautiful, because
Right.
people aren't feeling that. That's something that even when people are surrounded, like we were talking about, big family, little family, we can still feel lonely
Yeah.
in the midst of it all. So if there's people who are willing to put that extra sugar on it for us and, present it to us in a different way, so beautiful. Now that's about the young ladies. I'm going to do this one is about the women, and then we're going to get ready to close. But so, advice for rising women leaders. Here we go. For other high performing women who feel caught between the urgency of their mission and the need to pause, what would you say about finding the courage to take up space and time for that reflection and for that pause?
So your goal is not going anywhere. It's just not.
Yeah.
Whatever your aspiration is going to be there today, tomorrow, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Like
I
it's
love
still
it.
going to be there because it's something that you personally wanted to do. This
Mm-hmm.
doctorate was something I started this back in 2016. I had a
Right.
1 year old. I was like, I got this. I'm superwoman. I can have my son on my breast and write the paper and do this, still go to work. I did one class and I did not return.
Right.
Um, but then 2020 hit, COVID came, and my school called me. I remember like yesterday, like, hey, you still got some more, because you have about like 7 years to complete.
Okay.
From start to finish, you have seven
Okay.
years. They're like, you still got a couple more years. Like, do you want to jump on? We'll pay for the first semester, whatever. I was like, ooh,
Wow.
free money. Okay.
Exactly.
And I did, and I finished. But that was a 4 year break. I never thought I was going to get back to this goal. Because I was
Wow.
like, oh, I missed it. I have my son. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just going to keep doing the day to day. And it just popped back up.
That's
Like,
so cool.
and I started it, and there's been some bumps in that time as well.
Sure.
But those bumps didn't stop me, and now
Yes.
I'm done. And so it's one of those things of, if the pause is going to save you, then it's worth it.
Hey.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. That's
Because
a
if you're not here, what is the purpose?
what is it
What was the
for?
purpose of the goal? Yeah, if you're not here to enjoy it or to see the
Mm-mm.
reaps of your labor, like, if you're not here to see it, what is the point? So
Exactly.
that pause is going to save your life. Then pause it all day, all how many years it takes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing is, if it's meant to be, I truly believe if it's meant to be, it will.
Okay.
So,
So yeah, I mean, and I think you can say something that profound because of the inner work that you do too. Like you literally are
mm-hmm,
paying attention to yourself. I think
mm-hmm.
my encouragement would be for the leaders who are watching this, if you don't pay attention to yourself yet, that's your
Part,
first step. That's your first
that
step,
part.
because you will see how quickly your world expands. It's it feels counterproductive, doesn't it? When you literally want to look, you have to look inside, but it
Mm-hmm.
feels weird, especially if a person is service oriented in their life, like how you live your
Yeah,
life is service oriented. So that's everything is outward, right? And
right.
so that moment of actually saying, no, wait a minute, let me look at me and let me, what is going on in here and what is going, it feels wrong at times, so
It does.
get some reps in on learning how to feel right about that. Because if you really want to give to what you really love, then how you show up matters. And the
Mm-hmm.
fact that you get to show up matters, because like you said, it does you no good if we
Right.
become the statistic, right?
And guess what? They will replace you
Real fast,
in the next hour.
real fast.
Like,
That ad is
you are
posted,
important, but
filled internally.
you will have some people that mourn you, but
It's true. It's
come on
true.
now. You
Yes.
have to, yeah. You stop giving the money back because that sick time's already in your paycheck. Stop giving it back. Take that money.
Yeah.
Take that sick day.
Ooh.
It's gonna be okay.
Ooh.
It's gonna
See?
come back.
Drop them
Emails are
gems.
still gonna keep
Yes.
coming.
Yeah.
Like nothing is going to miraculously just become perfect because you took the day. Like you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. We just gotta
And you're gonna feel
retrain our
better about
thoughts.
it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna feel better about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's something, the hard things are always worth it in the end. Don't they say that?
Yes.
If
they do.
it was just so easy to do, everybody would do it.
Everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. And the thing is,
Yeah.
so other people not in our lane may have more experience of doing that for themselves sometimes. Not all the time. There's so many people struggling in this. It really
Yeah,
is the
it
heart of
is.
servitude and what we've learned as servant leaders and how we get down in that lane kind of produces this same vibe and approach to our high performance sales and just being like
Right.
constantly going 3,000 miles an hour. I've not breathed. I've not I don't even remember exhaling. I took a breath in and then I just kept going. And you wake up 20 years
I think
later.
there's like research that Black women we're not breathing correctly. We don't take the full deep inhale, exhale, all that deep breathe. We don't do it
Wow.
correctly.
And I never knew that, but
We're
I noticed that
just-
about myself.
Yeah.
I noticed it about 5 years ago. I was like, you don't breathe all the way in. You don't expand your lungs for real. Like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing? So I didn't know that. I'll have to look a little bit more into that.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
don't.
goodness.
I'm
Yeah.
just quoting things I've heard.
Yeah.
But
But no, it makes me want to
Just-
look it up because I did notice that. I've never even talked about it, but I've noticed that about myself. And I was like, oh my gosh, why don't you take like actual deep breaths? I mean, our body needs that oxygen. But
Right,
it's like
right.
you're so, yeah, the habits that we have of actually just pedal to the metal, pushing through, doing what I got to do, all the things. So,
Yeah.
wow. Thank you, doctor.
And my last little thing
Yeah,
is
go for it.
pausing or not, you're still a leader. Like
Yes.
taking the pause doesn't change who you are.
Ooh,
And it makes you better, actually.
yes.
It improves what's already there.
Mm-hmm.
And so no one can take that away from you.
Yeah.
Just like education. Nobody can take your education away from you.
No.
No one can take just what you bring as the beautiful self you are. No one can take that from you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So pausing, all it can do is enhance it.
Right. Ooh,
I
that's a good one.
had to remember that. I had to remember that. Like, I always felt like someone can just like take something from me. Like, you can't take that from me.
Right.
You
Right.
can't take my degrees. You can't take
No.
my experience. You can't take what I bring when I just walk into the room. You can't take that. That's
Right.
me.
It's still
That's
there.
all me.
Yes. Yes.
And so I'm going to take the time to enhance that so I can walk it better.
I love it. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. That's a great nugget. I hope you guys heard that. I hope that you hear what the doctor is saying because she's dropping the gems
Stop.
for real tonight. I appreciate this so much. And it's been awesome having you on the show. And I'm so grateful for every one of you guys that joined us tonight. If you want to connect with Dr. Thompson in a different space, I won't list the thing. I'll let her give me permission on what areas she would like, how she would like to be contacted. Maybe LinkedIn, maybe. Okay, we'll drop that in the show notes and
all the above.
Yes, so people can know more about you. Actually, if they want to know more about Community Aunties and how they might be able to feed into that program and help do some more for some more girls here in town, that would be a beautiful thing as well. And we'll be keeping our eye out for you and all the things that you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes. So thanks everybody for joining, and we'll see you the next time on the Dynamic Pause podcast. Bye-bye.
Take a pause in the moment. Breathe deep, let the soul lift. The podcast is to grow with. The clarity is potent. Take a pause in the moment. Breathe deep, let the soul lift. The podcast is to grow with. The clarity is potent.